Hey everyone, Nereza here, and boy oh boy do we have an update. So, incoming, the Roar of Sea and Sky. It is the patch notes for the brand new release. It is today, well, today for me, December 3rd. It's December 4th in the UTC. It's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific time, as long as the maintenance is completed on time on December 3rd. Along with all of the major changes, check out my other video to talk about those, or to hear about those. There are some buffs and nerfs coming, some bug fixes, some of them a little head scratchy, very clearly for the battle pass, but it's fine. Let's go through them really quick. This is, just as an update to the previous updates. There's license journeys are coming, multiple times per license. You can choose a Unite license. It won't affect what you've obtained before. Make sure to spend your coins before the maintenance. Ranked matches are revamped. Kyogre is coming. The main menu has changed. Mega Gyarados is coming soon. The new Battle Pass season. All sorts of stuff happening there. So definitely check out my other video for some of that. However, this is... Well, sorry. There's one other ranked match change I wanted to point out. The conditions under which draft mode begins in ranked is when all 10 matched players are master rank or higher. So they were adjusting the levels for a while. I think this season it was 1400 plus. They're just going back to being in master. So hopefully that doesn't affect too much in matchmaking. I don't think it will. I think draft does need to come back. Blind pick when you're in master is rough. So let's check out these balance adjustments. So starting with, I cannot believe I'm saying this, Glaceon with a buff. So HP increasing, defense increasing, special defense increasing. Icicle Spear, a damage increase of 10%. Okay. Freeze Dry cooldown of 1 second with a special attack increase duration of a second. That one I'm okay with. Unite move, 20% damage increase. If they're talking about just slapping down the stage, I think that's fair. Glaceon had low durability even among attackers and was often knocked out immediately when approached by opponents. Its stats have been improved to increase survivability, and Freeze Dry and Icicle Spear have been strengthened to allow Glaceon to deal sustained damage. I don't think people were playing Glaceon at melee range, and if you did get too close, I kind of think you deserve to be KO'd, so this is clearly a justification for the Battle Pass, but it's fine. Watch out for Glaceon, it's going to be a menace. Mewtwo X getting a buff to HP, attack, defense, and special defense, actually at all levels, which is interesting, that doesn't usually happen. Ability changed so that the Mega Gauge is not lost when knocked out, interesting. Teleport, movement speed increase of 10%, damage increased 10%, or not 10%, it increased plus 10%. Teleport plus, a damage increase of plus 10%. Since the last balance adjustment, Mewtwo X's win rate has remained low. The risk of being knocked out before Mega was high, extremely high, making it difficult to perform well. Its overall combat capabilities have been raised to make it easier to fight on the front lines, and adjustments have been made to maintain the gauge even if knocked out. I kind of like the gauge maintenance. It's kind of cool. Mewtwo Y also getting some buffs to all of its stats. Same ability correction. Teleport got a cooldown reduction. Movement speed increase plus 10%. Damage increase plus 10%. Did Mewtwo X get a... No, that's interesting. So Teleport got a cooldown reduction for Mewtwo Y only, which I think is interesting. Teleport plus, a damage increase plus 15% up to 30. Recover, a cooldown reduction. Like Mewtwo X, Mewtwo Y's win rate remained low, so the risk upon being knocked out has been reduced. Mobility has been enhanced. That does make sense for Mewtwo Y, as much as I hate to admit it. Ho-Oh Unite move, Rekindling Flame, required energy about a 17% decrease. I think this makes sense. The whole gimmick of Ho-Oh doesn't really work if you can't charge a Unite multiple times, and it's not super OP to bring back your team at half HP. It's really about strategically doing it. So a good Ho-Oh will really benefit from this. A bad Ho-Oh, it's going to be the same as before. It's just more often, so I think it's fine. Scissor and Scyther apparently. Scyther's HP and defense have been increased. Scissor's HP and defense have also been increased. Boosted attack defense increase for Scissor from 40% to 50%. Dual Wing Beat, HP recovery 10% increase. I like that. To further emphasize Scissor's characteristic resilience against physical damage, its durability has been improved. It makes sense to make it more tenacious. I'm a little scared that it's a little more tenacious, but, it's fine. At the same time, Scyther's durability and recovery, which were insufficient for fighting the front lines, have also been increased. Okay. I think that's cool. I like the Scyther changes more than anything. Gyarados, Waterfall, shield amount 30% increase, damage 10% increase, Dragon Breath basic attack and boosted 15% increase. To further enhance its explosive power after evolving, the sustained fighting capability from Waterfall and the basic attack damage after hitting with Dragon Breath have been buffed. I think this is just to make it so that Gyarados is still viable even with Mega Gyarados, but that's just me. Tyranitar, Dark Pulse, interesting move choice. Additional damage 35% increase. That's big. Ancient Power cooldown by 1 second, shield amount 20% increase. As Tyranitar has struggled to be effective for a long time, the frequency and shield amount of Ancient Power has been improved. The additional damage when hitting the same opponent consecutively with Dark Pulse has also been increased. That's pretty cool. I might try Tyranitar with this build out. I hope it's not a menace now. Because it wasn't that it wasn't strong. The other moveset's just better, so maybe it'll be close? I don't know. Delmise, Whirlpool, cooldown of reduced by 1 second, damage 10% increase, third hit area of effect added 1 meter, changed so that Delmise can move while using this move. That's very important, because this was not great. Anchor Shot, hitbox diameter. They increased the hitbox diameter of Anchor Shot. That's wild to me. Power Whip, 10% decrease in damage. That's fair. Unite move, Seaweed Snare, HP recovery, 40% decrease. It was kind of a menace. The usability of Whirlpool and Anchor Shot have been improved. Whirlpool can now be activated while moving, broadening tactical options. Anchor Shot's hit registration has been improved to fix situations where it appeared to hit visually but did not register. I didn't think this was a huge problem, but that's fine. Whirlpool definitely needed it. The Unite move, HP recovery reduction, that is a very high number. It was ridiculous though. Like, you could sustain far too well after the Unite, so we'll see. Latias, Psychic projectile damage, 12% decrease. Mist Ball, 10% decrease in damage. Dragon Cheer, shield amount, 10% decrease. Latias was performing too well in offense and support. Its ability to protect allies and deal damage have both been nerfed to balance it with other supporters. Fair. I don't know if the support part needed to be nerfed, but the attack did. Darkrai, boosted attack, damage 10% decrease, thank goodness. Dark Void, a 2-second increase to cooldown. That is a lot for a cooldown increase. Nasty Plot, time to recover 3 seconds to 4 seconds. The combo of repeatedly putting opponents to sleep and attacking them one-sidedly was too powerful. The frequency of Dark Void and the burst damage from boosted attacks have been lowered to create room for opponents to counterattack. I don't disagree with this. I love how Darkrai works, so I hope this doesn't like ruin it, but it was rough. Clefable, Moonlight, recovery amount 5% decrease, Follow Me, shield amount 10% decrease. The playstyle of using Follow Me to draw attention and hinder opponents while safely returning due to high durability and recovery was too strong for a supporter. The recovery and shield amounts have been reduced. Seems unnecessary, but it's not. I don't think it's gonna break anything. Suicune, there we go. Nerf it all. So Suicune lost some stats. Ability, pressure, shield amount 10% decrease, avalanche, damage 15% decrease. Despite being an all-rounder, Suicune was overwhelmingly powerful due to its combination of high damage, high hindrance capability, and durability. Its early game offensive power and late game durability have been reduced. That's good. Alolan Raichu, this needed to be done. Electro Ball, damage 8% decrease. I don't know if that's enough, but the burst damage from the move was high, and its ability to instantly KO opponents placed in goal zones or grass was too powerful. Yeah, the KO burst in goal was wild. Mamoswine, stats. Looks like a slight increase to some stats. Icicle Crash, damage 10% decrease. Earthquake, time opponent is unable to act, down 1 second. That's so sad. The 1.5 second knockup for Earthquake I thought was hilarious. The ability to deal damage while rendering opponents unable to act for a long time was too powerful, so the hindrance capability and damage have been reduced. In exchange, its durability has been improved to strengthen its role as a defender and take damage on the front lines. Okay, I'm fine. This is interesting. So held item and battle item adjustments. This is a lot. So Assault Vest, shield acquisition condition changed to when not receiving special attack damage for 15 seconds. Changed it so that even if a shield remains, the shield amount recovers to max if above the condition met. That's actually a pretty big buff to Assault Vest, so that if you still have a shield, you get max shield if you hit the condition, as opposed to just having the shield stay and waiting for you to have no shield. That's actually pretty big. Choice Scarf cooldown 12 seconds to 8 seconds. That's actually 12 seconds to 8 seconds. That's big. Yeah, that's big. That makes Choice Scarf... It was already kind of a pretty... It's an okay item, but it makes it better. Dry Blends, cooldown reduction at level 30, 4.5 to 3%. Excel Bracer, cooldown reduction, 4.5 to 3%. I don't know that I wore these items specifically for the cooldown reduction. I don't know that you'll notice the difference here. But if you were thinking of leveling them to 30, then just be aware that this has changed. Slow Smoke, duration, 3 seconds to 3.5 seconds. I think that's okay. I like Slow Smoke. Goal Hacker, cooldown from 90 seconds to 80 seconds. I think that's okay. I don't know if this will make the item viable. Full Heal, cooldown 55 seconds to 60 seconds. That I don't understand. I don't know if they just don't want people using Full Heal. But Full Heal does not need to be nerfed. It's a very strategic item. But there you go, 5 more seconds. Fixed a bug where quick chat could not be used on ally goal zones. I'm pretty sure that came from the changing the ability to ping on the ally goal zone. Fixed a bug where when dealing damage with Garchomp's boosted attack, additional damage on or held item damage would occur before the boosted attack damage. Interesting. Fixed a bug where second stage Latias's Dragon Cheer could sometimes be activated even if there were no allies nearby. Thank you for fixing that. Fixed a bug where the cooldown of Gengar's Hex was sometimes not reduced, even when hitting an opponent with a status condition. I'm pretty sure I experienced this a couple times. Fixed a bug where Vaporeon could move without stopping inside the area of Clefable's gravity when using Aqua Ring and Flip Turn. That's just straight up cheating. And fixed a bug where a blue circle would appear around Glaceon when using Ice Shard. That doesn't seem too bad, but okay. Well, there you go. There you have it. I mean, just scrolling back up, I would say Mamoswine, okay, Alolan Raichu needed, Suicune needed, Clefable, whatever. Darkrai needed, might be too much. Latias needed, Delmise, I'm back and forth on that. A couple needed, a couple not needed. Tyranitar, I don't know, excited to see what that does. Scissor Scyther, I think, yes, that's kind of exciting. Gyarados seems like that's way too much of a buff. Ho-Oh, I think that's a good buff. Mewtwo X and Y, not so sure, but it seems okay. And then, of course, Glaceon, absolutely unnecessary, ridiculous, and I cannot wait to be completely dominated by Glaceon for the next 2 weeks. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. I will see you in Unite. Remember, these will be live December 4th at, I think, 4 UTC, which is 8 p.m. Pacific, as long as maintenance is done. Maintenance will be going on for 1 hour, so you will not be able to log in and play. And then once it's back, we're in a whole new Unite. So let me know in the comments if you're excited. Also, if it is now past that time, let me know how the games have been, how the experience is, and if you're excited about the changes. I'll see you all in the matches, everybody. Thanks for watching.